Hi, everybody. It's me, Tracy. I know today is Wednesday, so everybody has even, had their Bible study or is in the process of having their Bible study with their local church. I thought today I would drop a little something in, say, hey, like, share, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified every time I upload a video. Uh, my platform will be used to empower you, inspire you, and inform you. And all the information that I receive, I get from vetted entities. And one place in particular is the Bible. So you know that's vetted. It's older than all of us. Okay. So today, I want to talk about two stories. And the one story I'm going to talk about is from Mark chapter 5, verses 1 through 19. Talk about this story, and I'm going to talk about one that I know for myself personally. So let's get to it. Okay, we're going to go to Mark. And the subject is meet them where they are. So keep that in mind. Okay, Mark 5, starting with the first verse. And they came over unto the other side of the sea into the country of the Gadarenes. Okay. And when he was come out of the ship, immediately there met him out of the tombs a man with an unclean spirit, who had his dwelling among the tombs, and no man could bind him, no, not with chains. You know he crazy. Because that he had been often bound with fetters and chains. So y'all had to look up fetters. Didn't know what fetter? Okay. Fetters are usually placed around the ankles to restrain. That's what a fetter is. And the chains had been plucked asunder by him. So I had to see, what is asunder? Okay, now I got to look up asunder. And asunder is a part divided into pieces. It says, and the fetters broke in pieces, neither could any man tame him. So you know he was real like an animal. Oof, Jesus. It says, and always night and day he was in the mountains and in the tombs crying and cutting himself with stones. Now you know that hurt. Cutting yourself with stones. Oh my God. But when he saw Jesus afar off, he ran and worshipped him and cried with a loud voice and said, what have I to do with thee, Jesus, thou Son of the Most High God? I adjure thee by God that thou torment me not. For he said unto him, come out of the man, thou unclean spirit. That's what Jesus said. And he asked him, what is thy name? And he answered, saying, my name is Legion, for we are many. So I had to look up Legion. All right, legions is 1,000, vast host, multitude, a number of things, a great number, basically, a legion. Legions is up in the thousands. So these spirits was tormenting this man in this area. It says, and he besought him much that he would not send them away out of the country. Now there was there nigh unto the mountains a great herd of swine feeding, and all the devils besought him, saying, send us into the swine, that we may enter into them. And forthwith Jesus gave them leave. And the unclean spirits went out and entered into the swine, and the herd ran violently down a steep place into the sea. They were about 2,000 and were choked in the sea. And they that fed the swine fled. So the people that was out there with them, with the pigs or whatever, the hogs, whatever, the swine, they ran. They were scared. And told it to the city and in the country. And they went out to see what it was that was done. And they come to Jesus and see him that was possessed with the devil and had the legion, sitting and clothed and in his right mind, and they were afraid. And they that saw it told them how it befell to him that was possessed with the devil, and also concerning the swine. And they began to pray him to depart out of their coasts. And when he was come into the ship, he that had been possessed with the devil prayed him that he might be with him. Howbeit Jesus suffered him not, but said unto him, Go home to thy friends, and tell them how great things the Lord have done for thee, and have had compassion on thee. Okay. So this man was possessed with these devils for years. So his friends, family, everybody prayed and did all they can do. And be like, you know what? He's a danger to himself and everybody else. You got to go, baby. So he was up in the mountain, and they did everything. They even tried to chain him. He break the chains. And I wouldn't even want to ever see nothing like that. I mean, we watched movies with this kind of stuff that's going on, but we know that's in the movies pretend. But I would never want to live out and be around anybody that was possessed with anything. Because see, it took Jesus. Sometimes it takes God. Nothing else will work. Just God himself to touch somebody or speak a word into their life for them to be whole again. And so that's pretty much what it was with this man here. So he was made whole, had clothes on, and guess just normal. And I know that in itself was a blessing. He was back in his right mind. Okay, that leads me to a story that happened many years ago. My mother was living, and we was over my grandparents' house on 10th Avenue. And, all of us was sitting on the porch. It was me, my mother, and some of my family members. And, people walk up and down the street and stuff. And so one of my mother classmates stopped by. And so they was talking outside and everything. And so my mom was like, you want to come on inside the house? So everybody get up, go inside the house. So everybody was sitting down. And all of a sudden, her classmate got down on the floor and sat in front of the television, Indian style. And so, a mother knows her child, because my mother knew me. She turned and looked at me because I was looking like, and before I could say anything, she just gave me the look like, and I was, I was patient, but I was like, what is going on? What is going on with this lady? What is she doing? And so my mom was like, do you want something to eat? And she was like, yeah. And she was just talking and everything. And everybody just sitting around talking normal, like ain't none happened. Like none just happened here. She's not on the floor sitting in the style in front of the TV watching TV. So we go through this. And so the lady leaves. They talk and everything, catch up, and and she leaves. And so my mother told everybody what was going on, and this is her story. Her story was that she married her high school sweetheart. She was very smart. My mother said she was very beautiful. My mother thought very highly of this lady. So she had long hair, but she had cut her hair off. It's like a little afro. But she was still a pretty lady. You could tell she was a very nice looking lady. And so my mother was saying that she didn't go to college, that the man that she married had got a good job. And I guess, he told her that he was going to take care of her, just she's gonna be at home mom, she didn't have to work or nothing. And so that was good. Up to the time the children got grown, and he was like, he wanted a divorce, and he had another little sweet young thing. This lady, life changed forever. And what happened? She had a nervous breakdown, and she didn't come back. Did you hear me? She didn't come back. And so that's how it was. And she didn't have a plan B. She didn't look after, what if, like, I guess she was just like, she put all her eggs in one basket, like Michael Jackson. This is it. And this is what happened to her. And, I hated it, when mother told me that, and to know her story, it just, it reminds me of this other scripture in the Bible. It's Mathew 22:37. It says, remember God said, love him with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all thy mind. And I truly believe this verse, God was really had women in mind, because we love hard. And men can be with this person, that person, this, da 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 da, and some women can too, don't get me wrong. But women, when we love hard. And I know she thought this was it. This was it right here. And I know men may get, go through similar things as well, but with women, this verse is for us. So I'm telling you, I've told my daughter, you love folks, but God said love him with all your heart. And you can love somebody. Yeah, I got love for you, but I love God with all my heart. He has my heart, because people will leave you broken. And it would take God to come and make you whole, to go in those places that he knows where the broken places are. And so with that, I'm just saying, no matter what happens or what has happened to you in your life, what demons you have had to fight, you don't have to fight them by yourself. Pray and ask God, Lord, help me. I can't do this by myself. Ain't nothing I did work. And sometimes we do. We try to do it ourselves and have everybody praying, and we to pray, fast, whatever. But sometimes it just take God. So don't forget that. Start with him first. I love you. Take care, and God bless. Toodles.